They're all coyote tracks. We're coming into this bait pile. We don't have any snares in here yet. We're coming to set it, but there's just tracks all over this place already, so this should be good in the next couple days. Alright, we just got to the spot where all the coyote tracks were. As you can see here, I mean, it's just, everything is just tore up. I think it's pretty crazy. So they're hitting this heavy. We've got to figure out where to set. But what I like to do when I'm first setting a spot is there's a lot of tracks around, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of big trails, especially out and about. So I go right to the bait pile where I bend up in the bait and then look from there. And there you can start to actually see more roads and less of just like paths and trails and stuff like that. So from here, looks like there's a bunch going this way, something going out, definitely can set on, and then a lot going back out that way. So let's walk down here and try to get some of these things set. Not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see this if I move these branches away, but right here, let me hang this there for a second. Right here's a nice trail, nothing crazy, a lot of rabbit tracks, but I see at least 2 or 3 sets of coyote tracks. And then right here, these 2 sticks, I didn't put, they're not even standing, they're just standing there on their own. I didn't put them there, but that right there is natural fencing, kind of like what I did on some of the spots. So that's a great spot because they're already used to going through those 2 sticks. So you can put that snare right there, fill it in just like that. That right there just will just fit just so perfectly right there. Another quick thing, like this is probably strong enough to hold a coyote, but since there's a couple of them right next to each other, if you have the extra wire, run around 2 or 3 of them. It just gives you the extra strength. You never know. Sometimes you might catch them bad, or it might be a real big coyote, and they can break it off. So, like I said, this should be plenty strong, but since they're right here, running through 2 or 3 of them, and just doubles your strength for your snare. Okay, so here's another good example of something you guys can do. This is from last year. This is where I caught a coyote. I cut it off, but I always have to mess with this. But a log on the ground like this, you don't have to be vertical. If you have a nice big, this is heavy, probably weighs 30 pounds. So what you can do, they're a little trickier. What I like to do is set the snare up how I'm gonna want it. So gonna be like, probably like so. Something like that. Always give yourself, like, when you're holding your snare down and you go, okay, I want it right there, I always like to pull a little bit more, get a little extra, because when you start tightening it and running the wire around, sometimes it gets a little bit tighter. There's nothing worse than getting all done and wishing you had another inch just to go out a little further or whatever. So always give yourself a little extra room. There, ain't going anywhere. And now all you gotta do is kind of just manipulate this wire to get how you want. Probably something like that. There you go, that's all it takes. Okay guys, we're just inside making some more snares. Basically it's what we're taking. These we made up yesterday, so it's just a cable. You got the deer stop and the lock all ready to go. Turn this into this basically. I'll show you how you do it. So, first off, if you were just to take it how it is right now and put it through, you're left with this ugly teardrop. If you watch the lock, when I put pressure on it, it jumps down. It's hard to do it. So to get this to look like this nice, beautiful circle, which if you touch the circle, see how it jumped all the way down there? It's pretty simple. I always go, since I have a deer stop in mine, I go from the deer stop to the lock. And you take it and the way it's supposed to go, and you just bend it with your thumb like this. You just work it. It doesn't take much. And maybe a little bit before, but most of it is all right there. So now, you see it's got that sharp bend in it. And when you put it back through now, come on. Now you have a nice circle. And then since it's more curved there, which actually isn't even enough, it's always putting extra pressure. This one came out kind of weird, but you get the idea. It's putting extra pressure on this lock. So when it finally does cut loose, it jumps all the way down. You get more head catches and so like as soon as they put their head in, it goes a little bit, it shuts past their ears and then they can't get out. So once we get that done, we have these pre-cut pieces of, I think it's either 11 gauge or 9 gauge. I have to look, I can't exactly remember. And then we have, I use the aluminum ferrules for 1/8 ounce, for 1/8 inch cable, which is bigger than the cable I use, but that's just because it fits on the through the wire better. And when you crimp it down, it works the same. It's fine. So take your snare, take your cable, your wire, you will crimp it, take it out, go again, take it out, go again. And that will not come out. Not from any, there's no coyote that would ever pull that out. So, nice and neat. And these are not boiled yet, so that's why we don't care about using your hands. You can touch them whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Get as much scent as you want on them. Spin like that. There you go. There's one snare. Throw it in the pot. We'll finish doing up the rest of these, and then we'll boil them. Grease. There we are, a dozen snares ready to be put out. Alright guys, this is the last spot of the day too. We finally got a coyote. It's been slow all day. Right around the head, perfect catch. Jesus! Nice color. Can't tell his back fur. The freaking snare got him good, that's for sure. But it looks like a nice coyote. Little guy, another little guy. Little female. Cool.